Hello folks, I said I was going to do it weekly and I've already fallen down on that, but it's New Year, so let's get back into it. What's happened since last time? Where do we start? Where do we leave off? I'd finished so much of my chaplain and I was going to do some orcs. We managed to get some orcs done, so cue the B-roll. All of the t-shirts are done, which is a win in my book. Yeah, so that's the mini painting I've done. What else have I done? So, check that back over there. We haven't had really much a lot of time to do anything other than family stuff because of Christmas, New Year. One of the things we did manage to do was, in the lead up to Christmas, my oldest said that she'd really like to do what Daddy does. So we ended up going to Cardiff and I had the idea of going to Games Workshop in Cardiff, asking for one of the free painting minis, but the guy kind of suggested that I should buy something to go with it. So what I did was I bought myself one of these Nurgle Big Bad Boss guys, and then the free mini that my daughter then painted. Bear in mind, all I did was put it together and prime it for her. Was this guy, a Sterngard something or other. Honestly, I'm not an Age of Sigmar kind of guy, so I wouldn't know. And she's not finished with it. We're going to do some more. But I'm really proud of the little kid. Yeah, she's done well. So, watch out. About 20 years time, 10 years, 15 years time, she'll be winning Golden Demons, I think. I can dream as a dad. Right, what else have we done? One of the things I spoke about last video was the F91. I didn't think I'd do this way. Yes, the F91. I finished it. It's been on my hobby bench for over a year, on and off, but there it is. Yeah, I'm glad to see this one done. Oh, boss. I didn't enjoy it, but it looks really good on the shelf, so yeah. And then straight after that, well, I finished that, I want to say New Year's Day, and then started straight on this, and then in a couple of evenings managed to finish this. Bit of a blurry one. The F90. This is the F90. It's another third party kit, but my wife bought it for me for Christmas, so of course it won't stand up on its own now. But one thing I wanted to do was compare it to the high grade new, which is the same scale. Which isn't the same scale. No, this is 144th scale, and this is 100 scale. And the nigh on the same bloody size. So yeah, that's a bit of a wildness. Then, on the subject of Gundam, my entry in for the Gundam Builders World Cup actually placed. Well, didn't place with a result, it placed with how do I call it? It didn't get disqualified, which is kind of what I'm trying to say. So that's nice. I've got a pin coming in, which it should have been disqualified really because of all of the third party decals on the side. So I'll take a win when I get it. Right, what else did I do? Let's check the list again. It's going to be a lot of cutting in and out of me, which is going to be weird for you, but right. So one of the other things I've been working on, watch my biscuits, is a little hobby hook. And I didn't measure it, but that's based on a 40mm box section. I've got 30mm. So what it does, as I'm working on it, lift that up, lift that off, and it just sits back on. Prints in place. I've got another 10 or so of those to go. So that pretty much sums up the last 2 weeks, which has been a bit of a flash, really. Yeah, Christmas was really good. The kids loved it, which is the main. Right, then there's been a couple of things on the news I really wanted to talk about. So I'm going to switch over to the browser, and the first one is Vallejo. Basically, there's been a lot of issues within Vallejo where they've had problems with quality of the standard of living, basically, for them. Boil it down to a single sentence: the money, the work environment has not been up to scratch. So they've collectively bargained and they've got what they wanted, which is just really good news for A, unions, and B, the people. You can't argue with this. It's just good news all round, and it should mean that the quality of the Vallejo product coming out is going to be better because they're going to care more for the product. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, if I can get it right by here, is Gundam Assemble, a brand new miniatures game that's just been announced literally last 2 days, I think, a day or two. 50mm, 54mm scale, which works out roughly 1/360th. So they're going to be about £17-18 Japanese price, so 3,300 yen, and you'll get 3 miniatures and a deck of cards, which that's a banging deal for miniatures. You're talking more than that for a single Games Workshop miniature. The one I showed you was £20, so you can't complain. And it's going to be twice the size of a Warhammer miniature each. Yeah, they're on to a winner here. I'm going to be getting a lot of them, and that's just from a collecting and painting point of view, because one of the other things I'm going to work on, swinging this nicely into what I'm planning to work on, I have some artifact kits. Now this one is the High New. Yeah, High New. I painted the Rick Diaz. I've got a box of these down the garage, which I can't get at the moment. It's another big project for the year, but that is going to be snapped up and painted pretty quickly. We're going to finish the Nurgling man, and then it's on to the big project of 2025, which is the Gundam Builders World Cup 2025. I've had a brainwave. I want to go for it this year. I've ordered my kits. I don't know if it's a good idea to share what I'm planning yet. I'm going to talk to a few people first, but I've got a nice little idea. Something from the show, a scene from one of the shows that is, I think it's going to look really good. It's going to be sculpting, hand painting, airbrushing, the bloody works. It's going to be absolutely enormous. And then in the short term, while I wait for all that stuff to turn up from Japan, in my evenings, the glare is ridiculous. The Master Grade Fenix from Narrative with the Armed Armour DE extra taily bits, and that's pretty much what I've been up to since you last see me. Yeah, so right, Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Diolch, da boch, nos da.